Yo, how's it going? Hey. Alright, just trying to figure this all out. Um, let's see here. Hello. Alright. Hey, what's up? How's it going? How's it going? Hey, Alan. Alright. So pretty much I'm just gonna be going over the watch list for tomorrow. Can everyone hear me by the way? Yeah, we got a face cam. Um I finally tried to put it on. So let's see. Got another one coming in. You're all welcome. How's it going? Hey, for sure. I appreciate you telling me that, Christopher. All right, let's see what we got here. So really, I'm just gonna be going over like the plays that we're gonna have for tomorrow. So you can see I have up a lot of after hours movers. So let's see what we got here. So we have Clove. This is the first one that we're gonna have on watch. As you guys know, Clove went insane. We're swinging that one call, and it's at 23.8 right now. So this one can definitely move more into tomorrow. Let's see, what else do we have? We have Clove, RKT. This is another one. So for those who don't know, RKT is another meme stock. Essentially, it runs with AMC and GameStop and all those. And you can see that it's pretty much pushing more after hours. So we closed up around like 21.25, and it's already around 22.3. Kodak is another one that can move more. It's a lot of these small caps that are moving, and the reason why I can assume that these are breaking out is essentially because they're small caps and they're very easy to move. So the volume, once the volume rushes in on these, it's very easy to move these stocks, and that's exactly what's happening with Wish, Clove, Kodak, all those stocks you see on my watch list. The audio is muffled. Gotcha. Thanks for letting me know. I think it's my earpods, so I'm gonna do something better for that.
All right, can you guys hear me better now? Just let me know if you guys can hear me better. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I think it's my AirPods. Essentially, I don't know, something with AirPods when you connect them to your computer, they don't work well. Should I keep Wish contract? So if you have Wish and you're swinging it into tomorrow, then I would be careful. It's up a lot right now, so I would watch it into tomorrow to see if it moves up at open or what really happens. Let's see. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, the background music, yeah, I just have that on a little bit low. Can even mute that a little bit. So let's see. What do you think about Twitter and Docu? So those are all great stocks. It's really going to depend on what futures are doing. So let's take a look at what futures are doing right now, actually. So for those who don't know, to look at futures, just go to investing.com /indices dash futures, and you'll be able to pull up all of the futures. So like the US 500 is SPY, or the S&P 500. So currently it's sitting around 422.3, and that's exactly where it closed off. So pretty much they're very flat right now. I cannot post the link to my group. Sorry about that. I'm in many discords, so just gonna put that out there. Um, I would wait. Yeah, I'd wait for it to break to see how it moves at open tomorrow. Wish could probably go up to like $18 in pre-market tomorrow morning. So we're gonna really have to see how it moves at open because that's gonna affect a lot of things. The AirPods were better. Gotcha. Is the AMC story done? Yeah, I think they're really pushing small caps now. Like if you look at, I mean, and not even small caps, but smaller price stocks. So Wish, Kodak, Clove, RKT, all these other stocks are just really moving. on volume right now. So RKT can actually run a lot. I think this one can push towards 24 tomorrow. TLRY, that's a great question. That's on my watch list as well for tomorrow. If we take a look after hours, it made a big comeback during the day, and essentially it can pretty much break out even more after hours. AHT or BBIG, so those are all good. UWMC is essentially kind of like RKT. They do almost the same thing. So uh, this one had a good after hours, but I'd be very careful with UWMC because it trades in 5-cent increments, which is very risky. Let's see. TTD, Nokia, all those. Bug question, GME. GameStop, that one had an insane day today. It shot up like $30 for like almost no reason. So I was pretty surprised on that one. Let's see. Do we have what other questions? What do I think of when? So that was on my watch list this morning. I didn't get a play on it, but it's pushing more after hours. I think it could even go up to like 30 tomorrow morning. So we're gonna really have to see how things move in pre-market. AMC, GameStop, all those. I'm probably moving away from those for as of right now. Let's see. Somebody was asking about Sophie, SOFI. Uh, wow. I'm actually surprised this stock did really well. Thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna look at this. Do you sell calls and puts? Yes, I do. I do covered calls. I do cash secured puts. Any suggestions for under $30 a share? $30 a share. That's gonna be a little bit rough. Maybe even Sophie, like this one right here, or Neo. Yeah, Neo isn't a bad one to sell covered calls on. I like selling calls on that one. Let's see. JMIA. Those are all good stocks, but I wait until they have momentum. So, what indicators do I use? That is a great question. One of the indicators I use is called Cobra Algo. That's on this chart right here. You can see that's indicated by the blue lines. The other indicators I use are the 8, 21, 50, and 200 exponential moving averages, and then the relative volume indicator at the bottom here. And lastly, I have VWAP over here. Oh, Maxar, that's another one that likes to push. Remember, all these meme stocks are essentially coming back around, so they're definitely going to be important to watch. Do I hold any equity? Yes, I do. I hold a lot of equity in mostly like blue chip stocks. So Nvidia is one I have in right now, Google, Amazon, and so live trading audio only in Discord to address the lag. So that's the problem. I can't do Discord because I'm in many Discords. So hey, what's up, Brandon? But essentially, I'm trying to figure out a way to get around this. So let's see. I'm gonna say a number, and I want everyone to type in the chat like when I say that number, like just type the number. So we'll see if you know we'll see if we're on the same track in terms of lag or anything. So first up, I'm gonna put out number 18. So let's see when that number pops up in the chat. Okay, good. So yeah, there was about there was really no delay on that one. Gotcha. So I think I'm doing more research into this. What I'm going to try to do on Friday when I go live is I'm going to focus especially on the Discord, putting out like eyeing this play and so on. But what I'm really going to do is I'm going to cut down the video quality significantly because I don't think you're really going to need to see that. I think it's more of you're going to have to hear it. Like you're going to have to hear me saying like eyeing this call and all that. So I'm going to cut down the video quality significantly and um, try to essentially boost the audio. So we'll see how that works. Let's see. Yeah, the connection is much smoother. How do you know if you're late to a large breakout? Um, I would say if the stock already made its move, essentially. I tried Twitch actually, and I don't know why that happened. Yo, Brock, can you hit me up afterwards? I might need your help with doing that. Let's see. Web and NATO. Never heard that one. Yeah, my connection is really good, like where I am right now. I'm connected directly to my router. So, hey, I'm really glad for you. I feel like there's a delay in the Discord today. It was already higher than you called. So, um, one thing that I really do is I put out eyeing this play before I take the actual play. So that should help in terms of, um, having a, let's see, yeah, that should help in terms of really getting into that play or pulling up that contract and having it up before, um, I actually get into the play. So you're able to kind of, let me see how to put this, like pull up the contract, have the number of contracts up and ready that you're about to take, and then you can kind of go from there. Like when I send out buy to open, you can kind of do that. Let's see. Why you can't? So yeah, so I do. I mean, obviously I day trade, but I alert for other discords as well. Um, let's see, clean energy over here. Yeah, clean energy broke out massively. So this is gonna be pretty interesting into tomorrow. We're gonna take a look at this one. Uh, yeah, it's called multiple streams of income. Yes, I'm going to do that tutorial on how to use Cobra Algo by the end of this week. I promise that. Uh, Let's see. What triggers you entering into a play? Typically, I'm looking for a pattern. It's like you see how RKT here. This is a prime example. If this wasn't after hours, and let's say this was like actually during market, like during the market, this is a play I would take right here. So you can see it's essentially like it fell down, the volume brought it back up. I mean, you can see volume is dead, that's after hours. But as soon as it breaks over this point right here and uses it as that resistance as support, then essentially I would buy up, and essentially from 22.23 or 22.3 we can see a movement towards like 22.5. No way. What's up, Shivam? How's it going? Uh yeah, of course I remember you. You had so long Apple calls and Tesla calls when before they had the split, or it was like post split or something, and he banked. But let's see, do I use Option Hacker to find my strikes? No, I find my strikes off the largest volume. So let's do this. I'm gonna head over to Robinhood. Let's see. So Robinhood here. I'm gonna pull up. I mean, obviously, I don't have any money in Robinhood. I don't use it. But with that said, this is how you can eye or essentially come up with the strike that you want to choose. So like, let's say we choose Chewy. This is gonna be a good example here. Just have to wait for this one to come around. So we're going to look at the options here, and then you're going to see like that 80 call has 2849 volume, 79 has 923, 79.5. So I always usually go with the strike that has the largest volume, just because that's going to serve as a price target. You're going to be able to play that, and like $80, I mean, obviously if you're thinking about Chewy, it's at 79.4 right now. 80 is an attainable target, so I typically go with the strikes that have the largest volume on them for sure. So really, volume and open interest is the amount of contracts that were left open from the day before. So it's essentially like the contracts that were swung. uh, so open interest, that does not change throughout the day. Volume updates throughout the day too. So from this, you can see that 2849 contracts were held at close today. That number may have been higher throughout the day, but you always want to look for volume that's greater than open interest, because that shows active interest in that stock or in that actual option. You don't want to go in on something like this. Like, let's say this was the only strike, then that means people aren't actively interested on that. That could simply mean they're just averaging down with other contracts, or simply they're just putting down some more money on it. Uh, yeah, let's get it tomorrow. Every day is going to be a good day. Nvidia puts. I'm not sure if I directly do Nvidia puts right now. I'm gonna have to take a look at that one, but I know I was looking at the chart today, and I think it could break above um, tomorrow. So I'm gonna take a look at that. For Webull, look at my. It's on my YouTube channel. I have a video on how to set up your new Webull platform, because it's kind of confusing. CCIV. Okay, CCIV is It's like okay stock, but personally, I don't play options on it just because it's so volatile. Will you be going live more often? I'm gonna try to go live more often. I work as well, so it's gonna be a little bit tough, but I try to go live on Fridays, essentially where I know that that's more quick, where it's more volatile, and you can get the even more access into those plays. Yeah, those spy puts were beautiful. They went like 55%, I believe. It was like right here on this chart. Essentially, I was just looking, like once I saw it drop down there, I was looking for a retracement to the nearest support. Once it gets to support, that's where you really want to exit, like that little like tank right before support or right below support, just so you get out in time. Because obviously you can see this huge bounce happen. So spy puts are ones you want to get in and get out like really quick. CCIV to the moon. Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely trying to, like, 100%, I'm trying to put out eyeing this play a lot of times. If I don't put out eyeing this play, one, it might just be an accident, like I forgot to, or two, like I know the play is going to be a slower play to get into, and like that's the only reason I wouldn't put it out. Do I have any options planned to buy on market open tomorrow? RKT is one that I'm planning on buying, but once again, I want to look at, essentially how that stock moves today. So Fastly, that's a great example, or how the stock moves tomorrow in pre-market. That is a very great question. So this is a play we lost on, and once again, like I'm very transparent with all my plays. You're not going to win every play in the stock market, but this is one right here. So you can see we moved up. We were forming a bull flag. We started breaking above, and for like a split second, that call was green, and then it tanked, mostly because SPY tanked as well. So that's the only problem right there. If it wasn't for SPY tanking, I'm not going to say necessarily that this would have went up, but it pretty much would have went up. So I was looking for this breakout, but it still did make a comeback if you held this all the way through. But I pretty much cut on this red candle right here. You can't at 9:30. Let's see. How do you look at the volume of stock? Let's see. So the volume of stock, you can look at like volume bars. This is relative volume, so that's going to be the current volume over the past 15 days on an average look back period. Let's see. We held, damn. You get out really fast. Yeah, so a lot of these plays that I'm looking at, they tend to be volume breakout plays. So you get in and essentially like if it's a volume breakout play, so let's just put RKT for example. If I'm eyeing this breakout, so I'll show you exactly how I'm going to plan this play. Let's just say this was a play that was going to happen at market open or something. Or let's just say the after hours play that it's at right now. Let's just assume this is market open. So let's say this is live trading during the market, and essentially you're looking for this. I'm about to take a play here, so what I'm going to do is once I see this candle started moving up in that direction, I'm going to put out in the channel eyeing RKT 23 calls or 22.5, depending on which strike has the most volume. Then I'm going to say, okay, buy to open this play, and essentially I'm going to be looking at a target to see how it moves up towards that 22.5 range. Once we get around there, depending on the percent we're up, then I might scale out of like 2/3 or so, and then I might always sell quarter more or sell half my runners and all that. Let's see. Positioning sizing according to your bankroll. Not too sure what you mean by that. I mean, like, are you talking about like how much you have? I would say like there's, I don't know, there's a thin line there. Like it depends on if you're talking about like how much you should put into your account for trading, depending on like how much you have in your bank, or if you have like 5K in your trading account, how much to allocate for every play. I would go 10% on regular plays, 5% on light plays, and this is of your total account, and then 2 to 3% for like risky plays. Yeah, GOEV is another one that's moving up after hours. I'm gonna really have to watch this one and see what it does. Yeah, so would I start back my challenge? Essentially, I'm looking to go to about 50K on this challenge, and then potentially 100K. Like, I'm pretty much running this one again. Like, I started this a while back, and I put out like all my plays for it, so I'm just gonna keep running it for now. When is the perfect time to average down? Really, to average down, it all depends. Like if you have a longer call and you're trying to averaging one more contract, but typically you want to make sure that you're more confident on that move just because it's more risky. How many contracts typically? I scale up to that amount. So like let's say my trading account's now at 20, almost 27K. I'm gonna be going in with about 2,700 per play. So that's gonna be like I'm gonna scale up with those contracts. I wish that I could restart the challenge, but not at the moment. I mean, maybe in about a month or two, I'd probably restart it, but that's the hard part because obviously along the way, um, I'm gonna have like I have a lot of people tell me to restart the challenge. So like I'll start it literally one day, and then people are gonna tell me like, can you restart it the next day? So I really wish I could, but at this moment I just can't. Uh, Maybe I'll have another one in the future. Is your goal to replace your job with trading? Essentially, I could. It's not that I can't. Like, I just, as of right now, I just juggle all of it because I'm finishing up my last year of college as well. How much is the best amount to start with? So it all depends. If you're starting like brand new, if you're new to trading and all that, then I'd start around like 2,500, 2,000 ish. You want to start with a small amount. Let's say you have like 5K total you can put into trading, then yeah, I'd recommend putting in maybe 2,500, just so you can kind of, get a gauge and say, okay, this is how we're going to move from here. I'm understanding, like, okay, this is how I'm supposed to size into plays, where I'm supposed to take profits, building your own strategy and all that. And then you can always, like, put in another 2,500 as you get more confident. Do you trade for a living? Essentially, I do. Uber. Do you have an order book you look at when deciding entries? Not really. Um, I mean, I do kind of look at level 2 and flow algo, but that's about it. How do you confirm your plays before you enter? Mostly on volume. Like I'm looking to see how strong those candles are moving in volume. Looking to see how. Um, okay, so actually that's a great question right there. The different shades of green bars. So obviously bright green means like heavy volume is coming in, or the volume factor is like really heavy. Dark green candles might mean just moderate. So as you get darker, that's what it's gonna mean. Yeah, I saw AMAT. That's it's coming back towards the end of the day. If anyone held, then that one. Well, it came back towards the end of the day and then fell off after hours. We cut this earlier, so I'd be wary of this one. How do you set up resistance indicators? That's gonna be using Cobra Algo. That's what I use. Let me. Let's see. What is a good amount of volume? That all depends really on this type of stock. Okay, so one thing that you should always do before entering a play, uh, just like any play you're about to enter, even if it's your own play, just look at it and and kind of say, okay, is this a risky situation? Uh, what is the risk associated with taking this play? Is it a strong pattern? Am I waiting for the breakout and all that? And that's how you can analyze risk if you want to go in with 10% of your account or 5% or so. Let's see. No, I use it on all the charts. Right now, it's under maintenance just slightly, so we're updating it. Uh, how much is my Discord to join? Uh, can't quite disclose that. Uh, let's see, what time frame do you trade on? So I enter in on the 5 minutes, exit on the 15. So my challenge account, I started with $5,000 on April 22nd. and it's currently sitting at 26.8K. So I'm gonna pull up my Twitter and I'll show you guys. It's posted on my Twitter. This is my personal page, so you guys can follow here. Let me show you. So my Twitter is just R2K shot caller. Essentially, let me show you. Um, so you'll see the pic of when I started. Okay, so this was when I started. We did 5K. This was on 422. We went to 11K in just 8 days. So this was pretty amazing. Then now we're sitting at 26.8K. So yeah, that's that. All right. Let's see. Is your indicator proprietary? It's a subscription indicator. So just type in like Cobra Algo online, and you'll be able to head over to the website. Um, there's a 3-day free trial, no credit card required. The $300 challenge is kind of associated with the small account challenge. For my challenge account, I personally just do day trades. Yeah, it's just the day trades on those. Let's see. Is there a way to find the upcoming volume a little early? You can use the volume scanners. One that you can use that's completely free is called, let's see if I can pull this up here, stockbeep.com/breakout stocks. This is essentially a free online scanner. Uh, this is going to be a little pain to load. There we go. It's just going to take a minute. Sometimes it gives a... All right, we'll see if this pulls up. Okay, there it is. So yeah, if you head over to stockbeep.com and go to breakout stocks or like unusual volume and all that, you'll be able to see stocks that are breaking out and you can measure by the relative volume. So this can be one great way to do that. So I would definitely look at when I post like eyeing this contract to or eyeing this play to kind of pull up that play and have it already. It's stockbeep.com. How many contracts is good for a 2,500 account to play? If it's a regular play, I would go 10%, so that's 250 per trade. Anything light, I would say 150 per trade, 150. So you want to scale in with like 10 at the max, very 15%. Yeah, there's screeners all over. So there's gonna be screeners on, let's see, TradingView, Thinkorswim, Webull, like all of those have. Um, Percent returns, that can be a little bit tricky. So remember, small account calls, like because they're a smaller premium, the percentages move really quickly, but the dollar amount might not move that quickly. So it all depends. That's a tough question. Am I going to be live trading on YouTube tomorrow? No. I typically aim to do that on Fridays. How much do you allocate for taxes? I always put aside about 25 to 30%, typically around 30%. Whenever I cash out, I put 30% in a separate account just to, kind of be safe. Obviously, that's give or take, but I rather put more aside than have less. And that is not disclosing anything. I'm just saying, I put aside 25, 30% in general. Hey, appreciate it. Where do you get your volume alerts? So I have a volume scanner I coded. I can't quite disclose it. It is in my Discord, but once again, I'm not advertising my Discord here or anything like that. Any books you suggest for day trading options? To fully call your own alerts, I'd say number one thing is kind of practice. Books for trading options. Personally, for me, it was more of just learning hands-on. Uh, so that's gonna be a little bit tough for me. I have read books, but they weren't specifically just for option trading. They were more for um, like Grant Cardone, 10x, and all those stuff. Like it wasn't exactly for trading. How many option strategies are there? There's many. There's tons. Yeah, you're gonna have it's like essentially you're gonna have um, like all different types of strategies: credit spreads, debit spreads, covered calls, cash secured puts, calls, naked calls. Like there's so many. I'm in your Discord. Yeah, I can. Yeah, this video will be uploaded to YouTube. So you can essentially put in stop losses on Webull, but the problem that you're gonna have is that you can't have a stop loss order and a limit order placed at the same time. So it wasn't really trial and error with options. It was more of a, I mean, I guess you guys say that. It was kind of, I had 3 to 4 accounts. Um, I didn't know what it meant to have a trading strategy. So I'd say that's number one thing. Make sure you have a trading strategy down. Once you have a strategy that works for you, you can essentially take that and run with it. If you don't have a strategy that works for you, that can really, really hurt your account. So I would say that's the number one thing to look at. Make sure you have a strategy. Uh, I would say the number one reason I blew up, like my account when I first started trading, it was probably like 2,500 in size. It's because I was trading an $1,800, $2,000 Amazon call in that account. You know, obviously I'm risking like 80% of my account or something. It doesn't make sense, but I didn't know that at that time. 15-minute chart is a bigger time frame in which what would be your trigger? Okay, on the 15-minute time frame, I would say stop loss would be halfway of the largest candle. Yeah, any broker, if you set a market order for a stop loss, um, that can definitely be kind of bad. One day I ended red on the account challenge. That was due to a market order. It would have been green. No, I don't do any of the butterfly or iron condor option trades. I can do them. I just prefer to stick to like calls, and the only other ones I kind of do are like covered calls and cash secured puts. I'm gonna hop off this live in about 2 minutes, so let's just get in some questions we have. I'll answer a few more before I hop off here. R2, what's your take on AMC? AMC is a very tough one. Essentially, the hardest part with it is the volume. That question made me laugh. Yeah, the hardest part is going to be the volume. So I'm not too much of a big of a fan of AMC right now. I'm more of looking at these stocks that are on my screen. Let's see, with a 15K port, so once again, 10% for regular trades, I would say that's 1.5K. Anything that's like light, I would go in with like 750. How do you know if a girl likes you? Uh, that's a really great question. Um, we'll stick to trading for now. I guess show her your port and you'll know. I'm just kidding. Let's see. What do you credit to your success in trading? Is there something you stopped doing or yeah, 100% my success was due to finding a trading strategy that works for me. That's the number one thing. I can't stress that enough. Really, the number one thing for me was uh, yeah, the number one thing for me was that I was entering with like a $2,500 account into a $2,000 Amazon call or something. Let's see. For me personally, I look at it momentum and take a direction. It's been working 80% of the time. No, that's not really arrogant trading. That's pretty good. I would say look for charting patterns as well. So like double bottoms, triangles, forming, bull flags, all that. What is a small account challenge at? It's at 26.8K. I stick to day trades because you control losses. Starting a dating channel, R2K dating. Eyeing might take up a whole new meaning there. Tickers eyeing for open, RKT, CLNE, Clove, Kodak, Wish is another one. Oh my God, I'm really happy to hear that you've been able to pay your mortgage. That definitely made my night there. Thank you. Uh, let's see. How long have you been trading? 7, 8 years. Really, really 1.5, 2 years. I've really cracked down and really focused on it. What's my strategy? It's literally the same exact thing with the 10% regular trades, 5% for light trades, 2, 3% for risky. Um, show your port. Yeah, I meant like portfolio. No, I don't really use those algos. I just use Cobra algo. Once again, I don't even use like the long short. Mostly it's the auto support and auto resistance for me. Any good place to learn charting patterns? I have up a video on YouTube. Hey, what's up, Option Alerts? Shout out to him. Great guy over there. For charting patterns, just look up charting patterns on YouTube and one or not YouTube on Google. Sorry. Once you look that up, it's literally the first one that pulls up. So you're going to want to look at like this chart and kind of apply it. So this is going to be like your double tops, head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, all that. Um, you really want to look at like where the entry is and where the target. So it's very key to note that uh, you know you're entering above that neckline. You're waiting for a breakout before taking those plays. When you were at 5K, how much did you try to gain every day? I really try to go like, just stay green on the days, but it was like around 200, 300 per day. And then I had one really good day and I got up to 6,500 in a week. And then I started building from there. Yeah, around, not really around 10%. I aim for about 15, 20% and then let the rest run. How long you can hold a losing position, and she'll know you're a keeper. That might be the funniest thing I heard yet. Um, Show her you held the position down at point zero 0.01. Tell her you can go through anything. That was hilarious. How do you determine light or risky trades? Anything under $1 is going to be a risky trade because they can devalue really quickly. Light trades will be anything with a kind of a widespread, or if you're playing anything like GME or AMC, that definitely has to be a light trade just because of the volatility on it. Do you make a living off trading? I definitely can if I wanted to. As of right now, though, uh, I would say yes. Yes, I do make a living off trading. That's the best way to answer that. Not if it's working. Um, I enter the play at the same strike. So make sure, like when I say eyeing this contract, you can, you pull it up and just have it ready. I would say that's the main thing. Do you take every play you call out? Yes. Every day trade I call out, I take. Swings and small account, those aren't in my challenge account, so I will put that out there. My challenge account is strictly day trades, and you can see that because at the pretty much at the end of every day, the open P&L, it's always zero. I always close out all my positions as I go. Let's see, what else do we have? Um, what's your strategy for scaling out? In risky conditions, I scale out 2/3, then scale out even more. Normal conditions, I scale out a half and then scale out some more as well. What are your target returns for small account alert? That's hard to put out. I'd say around 20 to 50%. What do you use for fills? I use Weeble. Any leaps? Not as right now, because we could see some more downside in the market. Uh, any video for configuring the Cobra algo you have? Yeah, I'm working on creating one for that. Do you try to remember all the charting patterns? So you don't really have to remember them. It just comes intuitively after some time. So like, if you're looking at this, you know that this is a triangle forming here, and you can essentially just draw like you could go with the wicks, you can go with the body of the candle, whatever works for you, something like that. So there you have a triangle. That's like a pattern right there. Yeah, Amazon. Oh my God, that's kind of funny. Uh, I saw Amazon earlier today, but I was busy playing all those other stocks. Yeah, I'm gonna create a video on Cobra Algo soon. So let's see, Amazon. Yeah, I don't know. I saw it moving today, but I just didn't really want to get caught in any type of downtrend on it. How long have I been trading for? 7 to 8 years. Let's see. Favorite pattern to play? Love playing triangles. Triangles, inverse head and shoulders, and so on. Those are my favorite. What are you in college for? Mechanical engineering. It's quite the opposite. How long have you been trading for? 7 to 8 years. Really cracked down on it in the past year and a half too. Pennant type triangles, yeah. Uh, Remember, any type of pennant triangle, anything that's just like a sideways triangle, you always want to wait for a breakout because it's it's not uh certain that not certain, that's not more directional. So you want to make sure that you see some direction before taking that. If you buy a call worth $100, then it goes to negative 200, and you sell it, will you lose the 200 or just the 100 that buy a call? Okay, so if you buy a call worth $100, you can't lose 200. The max you can lose is 100. What is inverse head and shoulders? That's this right here. Small count and swings. That's another member of my team. His name's Scott. He eyes those reversal plays. He's very good at that. Um, yeah, I help with managing exits on those and sometimes call it a play, but I'm more of a day trader. Let's see. Yeah, in day trades, I'm completely out of the market. Oh yeah, Google and Amazon. That was 21 times. That was the week before my birthday. I did 21 times scalps on those. That was insane. GameStop too. I think GameStop I did 21 trades as well. I can't remember. I think that was the next week. Uh, yeah. So um, let's see. Interested to know what do you look for when following unusual options activity? Great, that's a great question there. Hey, what's up, Z Trades? So when I'm looking for unusual option activity, essentially I'm looking for strikes that are out the money because in the money strikes typically are a safer investment, and some I don't find those really indicative of anything. So I look for out the money strikes that are close in expiration. So it's gonna be like one or two, uh, or like the first or second closest expirations there are. So whether that's monthly or whether that's weekly. And then lastly, I look for high premium. So obviously, if somebody's throwing out like 10K, um, that's not significant. But if you see somebody throwing down like 200, 300K, even a million on uh, on like a certain call that's out the money and it's nearby, and then you see other people following that and volume kind of moving into that stock as well in terms of shares and dark pools, then that's what I consider highly unusual option activity. Do I invest in crypto? No, I don't really like crypto. Yeah, that week was insane. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to put out more educational videos. Hey, sounds good. What do you think of BlackBerry? BlackBerry can push more into tomorrow. Once again, it's a lot of these small caps that are running over here. It's like RKT, not even small caps, but these lower price stocks because they're very easy to squeeze and kind of push upwards. How many 5 minute candles do you like before you enter a trade? It all depends. That's a little bit difficult to. All right, let's see here. Hey, God bless. Yep. Any other setting? So, RVol, yeah, nothing really. I just use the heat map and the 15-minute day look back on that. So let me click on that. Yeah, 15 look back period. So let's see. What car do I drive? I wish. Nah, right now I drive a Altima. I need the gas mileage. That's the problem. I live on the East Coast. We're in a state that things are very, very far apart. So essentially, I need the gas mileage. But definitely, uh, I'd say, oh, so somebody asked about my dreams. My dreams are to essentially kind of like build a legacy, help people with trading, help people, make money. I'd also say like dream is to retire my parents, take care of my family, uh, have a family of my own one day. So pretty simple, but I also like to, uh, help around the world. So also that I don't know if anybody remembers this when I did the 40 to 140K in a single day. That 100K is being donated, so stay tuned. I'm gonna post more pictures on that. But Lambo will get you there faster. That is for sure. Actually, it might not because when I get pulled over, uh, I'm gonna have to stop short in jail real quick. Appreciate it. Let's see. Can you can you consider a bull flag forming in Citigroup? Yeah, I do offer one-on-one mentorship. You can DM me for that. Let's see. Do you focus on any events, news, or calendar trading? Yeah, so I look at earnings. Earnings are a high catalyst for me. Um, the only time I really look at news is if it's driving a stock up in pre-market. So like if they had news after hours, so like CLNE, that's a classic news one right now. And then I look to see if volume is piling in on that news, and it's not like a sell the news type of thing. Let's see here. How far out do you chart your resistance and support? It depends. When I'm scalping, then 5 minutes. I mean, you can see Cobra Algo essentially plots it for you. If you're doing it manually, yeah, I'd say 5 minute, 15 minutes. If you don't, so the only time I'd say go on the daily is like, obviously if you're looking to swing that, or if that stock is at new highs, in which like are within the same time frame, then you want to look back at that stock on the larger time frame and eye like resistances and supports. Do you play earnings before or after they're announced? After. And before, if you play before, then and swing through earnings, that's a lotto. If you play beforehand for the run up, that's okay. If you play after, then that's okay as well. Video on how to make a watch list. Yep. Uh, I'll probably send out a form soon on like video recommendations and or like on my YouTube channel send out a poll or something and we can see. BIIB had news. Alright guys, with that said, I'm gonna jump off of this live in about a minute. Got something else I gotta move on to, but it was really great being on here. I always love going live and answering any questions you guys have. If you have DM'd me on Discord and I have not replied as yet, just want to put that out there that like I have approximately like 400 DMs right now to go through, so I try to get around to all of it. If I didn't answer as yet, I'm gonna try my best to. No, when I'm trading intraday, I'm using the 5 minute to enter, 15 minute to exit, kind of the same thing. Recommended amount to having a bigger account, all depends. Uh, let's see. Yeah, you're not gonna get anywhere fast. Do you get feedback from people who are doing well from your calls? Yeah, I get really great feedback. Like from all over. I mean, any Discord I'm in, I have like as many testimonials out there. Uh, Once again, there's a lot that kind of hinges upon that too. So we'll see. All right, guys. With that said, have a great night. Let's kill it tomorrow. I'm looking for another big day. Once again, I'm aiming for right now. That challenge account is at 26.8K. I'm aiming for 30K at the end of this week. So let's I mean, if I'm looking for a 30K, you can definitely grow your account as well. Let's get it there. Have a great night, everyone, and let's kill it tomorrow.